Johnny and Daniel's teaching styles clash. Meanwhile, Kreese pays Terry a visit. Hawk struggles after his actions over the last few months, as Kreese can't quite believe what Silver has turned into. Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang start to work together as Robbie sets out teaching the Miyagi-Do style to the Cobras so that they can study their opponent's playbook. Kenny, brother to Sean, is new at school, being bullied by Anthony and friends. Daniel and Johnny agree to teach each other their own styles for the day as Amanda confronts Tori at work, telling her to stay away from Sam, causing her to be fired. Kreese confronts Amanda, telling her of Tori's struggles at home. Feeling bad, she leaves her a bag of groceries to help out, but is just met with anger. Kenny visits his brother in prison, who tells him he knows someone that can help. Terry arrives at the dojo, blaming Kreese for messing with his head and unearthing long-forgotten memories. Robbie teaches Kenny some moves whilst Daniel and Miguel start to bond. Johnny admits his feelings for Carmen, and with Robbie's help, Kenny is accepted into Cobra Kai. Johnny sees Daniel and Miguel getting closer, resulting in his jealousy. At school, Hawk sees Kenny's Cobra Kai shirt, warning him to get out of there. Meanwhile, Silver officially rejoins his old friend as a sensei of Cobra Kai. Amanda apologizes to Tori after Sam makes fun of her at her new job. After the kids have a run-in at the outdoor theater, Kreese and Silver visit Daniel and Johnny at Miyagi-Do dojo. Daniel can't believe he's back, the man that tormented him for months, explaining what happened to Johnny. He says he must take over the kids' training full time. Miyagi-Do beat them last time, it can again. Johnny doesn't take this well, challenging Daniel to a fight to finally settle their feud. With Johnny growing on her, Sam disapproves of her father's actions. With the fight ending in a draw, Hawk arrives after being confronted by the Cobras, retaliating after his run-in with Kenny. With Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang separated, the All Valley changed the tournament rules, requiring female participants as well as a skills contest. Tori approaches Amanda, needing her help to be allowed back into school. She agrees to help, sympathizing with Tori's situation. After his identity was stolen from him, Eli is done with karate. Dimitri gives him a pep talk, however, reminding him who he is, convincing him to join Miyagi-Do. Daniel believes Anthony is being picked on by Cobra Kai, deciding to begin his training. Meanwhile, Miguel finds out about Johnny and Carmen, noticing his sensei now treating him differently to the others. Johnny admits he cares for Miguel and doesn't want to mess things up like he did with Robbie. Starting training, Sam joins them, wanting to learn the Eagle Fang way as well as Miyagi-Do. Daniel is called into school, finding out Anthony was the bully. Not happy with some of Silver's teachings, Kreese ensures he stays in line, reminding him who's in charge. Stingray, off probation, returns to Cobra Kai only to be turned away by Sensei Kreese. Johnny finds out that Silver is getting involved with his son's and ex's life, warning him to stay away. Silver leads him to Cobra Kai's birthplace, roughing him up to prove his loyalty to Kreese. Kreese puts a stop to it, however, still caring for his ex-student. After a word with his father, Anthony wants to change, sorry for how he's been acting. Frustrated with Kreese still not trusting him for not treating him as an equal, Silver attacks Stingray, concocting a plan of his own. It's the day of the tournament. First, the skills competition. Cobra Kai takes the lead. Onto the qualifying rounds, Daniel realizes the Cobras are using Miyagi-Do. Eli and Moon make up, giving him his confidence back. Meanwhile, Sam, realizing the Cobras know Miyagi-Do, uses Johnny's training to make the final. Robbie defeats Kenny, feeling bad, and in the semis, Miguel meets Eli. Trying to make his sensei proud, it goes wrong, and Miguel falls to the ground, hurt. It's just a pulled muscle. He can continue if he wants, but his heart isn't really in it. Meanwhile, Robbie defeats Dimitri to get to the final. Anthony apologizes to Kenny, but he doesn't react well, being stopped by Robbie, who's worried about him. Miguel doesn't return to the mat, putting Eli into the final. With Robbie knowing all of Eli's moves, Daniel tells him to use his Cobra Kai training. Robbie trained Miyagi-Do longer, but Eli trained Cobra Kai longer than him. He wins. The girls' final decides it all. Before the fight, Amanda speaks with Tori, asking her to not fight dirty, but fairly, hoping this fight will put the girls' feud behind them. Daniel wants Johnny's help, with them both apologizing to each other. With Silver trying to force Tori into fighting dirty, Kreese starts to see his mistake unfold once more. Regretting what happened to Johnny, he tells Tori it's her fight to do what she thinks is best. She wins, with Silver announcing the expansion of Cobra Kai dojos throughout the valley. On her way out, Tori sees Silver paying the ref off, explaining away some of the dodgy calls in her favor during the fight. Robbie speaks with his dad about Kenny. He doesn't know how to help him. Silver and Kreese celebrate before the cops arrive. Stingray has woken up from his beating, reporting Kreese as the attacker, as told to do so by Silver, finally getting rid of his one weakness. Meanwhile, Miguel is gone, leaving a note. He's gone to find his father, to know where he came from. Johnny promises Carmen he'll find him, with Daniel refusing to step down as sensei, inviting Chosen to help stop Cobra Kai once and for all.